Hey guys, summer's here, so it's time to bring out the big guns. Got another great video for you of two Matador Red Mercury Mark 6s. But first of all, I'd like to thank all my subscribers and the wonderful people I've met while making this YouTube channel. I never thought my non-value added movies would be of such fun for people, but I've just had a wonderful time making them and all the meeting the different people in the chat boxes. So anyway, thank you for all the subscribers, and please subscribe if you haven't, because the summer is just getting going. I got a lot of motors. But today I did a video of my Sarasota Blue Mark 6s. So today I'm going to do a video of my Matador Red, and these are kind of neat motors because the red, this one here I grew up with, and then the other one I found along the way. But I wanted to do a little tutorial on the magic of the push button transmission, and I'll tell you, it's not really magic, and I want to just show you how hard these motors are to work on. So before we get started, just very quickly, I'm gonna show you what's going on. So here's your neutral, and then your forward is on the cowling, and there's a little mechanism here. Let me put it down. As you push that, it releases. So as you push in the neutral, it locks into this right here, and then you push it to release it. But all you're doing is when you're pushing neutral is, if you look right here, you're pushing that cable. You're pushing the cable out, and what you're doing is in the lower unit, you're bringing a little. As you pull that cable, you pull out a little finger, and the little finger catches on top of a spring, because the only transmission in this thing is there's a fairly heavy-duty spring, maybe about a 3/4 of an inch, and it's connected to the drive shaft and the driven shaft. And when the spring is clamped tight, the drive shaft and the driven shaft rotate as one, and it moves the prop. So when you push this neutral button and it locks into place, what you're doing is you're bringing that pawl up, and it catches the top of the spring, and as the motor turns, it loosens the spring, and it allows the drive shaft and the driven shaft to separate, and then nothing turns. And the water pump is above this all. If you look at if I can show you here, but if you look at that, just above the cavitation plate, that kind of triangle, well, that's where the transmission is. And then the gears are right below that. And then above the little cavitation plate is your water pump. And so when you pull the lower end, you're pulling out the drive shaft, and you're pulling out the water tube, and then you're pulling out this little cable. So there's three things, and I can only imagine how many people got so angry because they dropped those two bolts in the lower end, and the thing drops about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, and they spend the next week drinking beer, hammering on the thing, wedging on the thing, and the lower end will not come out. And all they need to do is undo these two screws, and this cable will loosen. So when you put the thing back on, it's just a real pain in the butt, because you have two long studs that come out of the engine side. You got the drive shaft that goes up into a volcano type of hole that you have to hit just perfect. You got the tiniest little water tube way up in there that you can barely see, and then you got this darn cable that's kinking and causing you trouble that you need to thread up through this little tube right here. So basically you have two studs, a shaft going into a volcano, you have your water pump, and you have this cable. So you have 5 different things you need to do all at once to get the lower unit on. So, and then of course, you see everything is like in a bathtub. Very little of the engine is above the cowling. Everything is, look how far down that carburetor is. Anything you need to work on, you're literally working in a bathtub. And so the mighty engineers from the 1950s were not kind to us regular folks. in the 2000s. So I'm going to put the lid back on, and then we're going to run these together and have a little power run. So I'm going to put you up on the holder so I can get everything back in order. Make sure you're seeing what I'm seeing here. Okay. One going there. Alright, I hope you guys like that. I'm going to put the phone down and try to get that second one going, but if it doesn't, that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching.